We're going to get a 20-point Igni melee row. And we Gucci. Next turn.
Long live, etc., etc.
Here it comes. Pull your cameras out.
Long sword, back sword, arming sword, bastard sword. Blueberries, blueberries, lady of the woods.
That was so good, man. We are flying with this deck. This is a great deck. Highly recommend you play it. Hey, what's up, legends? Welcome back to another deck guide. Before we get into today's list, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so now. My next objective is to reach 10,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help and support in achieving that goal. For today, I've put together a Northern Realms Knights list. Leader that we're going to be utilizing is Royal Inspiration. With this order, initially we get to boost an allied unit by 5. If it triggered an allied unit's grace ability, refresh the order and reduce the boost by 1. The idea that I have with this leader in this deck is really to save it to be utilized in combination when we're playing out our scenario card, triggering the grace of our knight cards at that time, and that will have really good synergy with the scenario. So that would typically happen either round 2 or round 3. So a few of the targets in particular that we'd want to target with this leader could be the Maiden Shield and Knight Errants, to name a few. Crystal Skull is a stratagem that we're going to utilize. With this order, we get to boost an allied unit by 4, give it fail. There's a few targets for Skull in this list. I like to go for the Squire, but of course you could also target Redania Knight, and you could also use it on the Knight Errant. So what I'm going to do is run you through this list bottom up, explain how best to play each card and when to play it during a match, and then we're going to discuss how to execute the strategy for this deck. So to begin with, we've got 2 Redania Knights. So we're looking to play these cards ranged draw because that's how their ability works. Barricade ranged. At the end of your turn, boosts off by 1. Exposed, meaning when this card loses its armor, moves self to the melee row, then damage the highest power enemy unit by 2. Grace 8, when this card reaches 8 power or more, boost adjacent units by 1. What I like to do with our list is kind of get into the habit of stacking ranged row in particular because we're playing Redanian Knights. And we need a row stack to get full value out of this card's grace ability. We can use one copy of each of these bronzes round one and then save the other for when we're playing scenario. Then we've got 2 Centurion Knights. Deploy, damage an enemy by 2. Death blow, gain vitality 2. So if we can play this card for the death blow, that's best obviously to help it reach towards its grace. On grace 6, boosts off by 2 as well. So there are other cards which can kind of support this card reaching grace. Of course, we've got Leader as well, to name one. Squire works pretty good. And also the Redanian Knight could help this card boost up and reach this full value. We got 2 Squires in this list as well. So with the order, boost the next unit you play by 2. If it is a Knight, also infuse it with, at the end of your turn, boost off by 1. So that's exactly what we want to do with Squire. We want to make sure the card that we are getting full potential out of this with the next play that we do is a Knight. In particular, what I like to do with Squire is kind of play it late round 1. And then after having played it, the next thing we can do is play Vandergrift. And then we're infusing Vandergrift and he will carry that status over with his resilience status into the next round. Pretty good value move for the Squire. And of course, we could just use Squire anytime, really, just to synergize with our other Knight cards. We've got 1 Squirrel. So we're getting into the techs of this deck now. So of course, we've got Squirrel to target the opponent's graveyard. And what we can do is just banish a card from their graveyard, whatever it may be. You want to target Echo cards or something that the opponent can replay. We've got Pella to deal with statuses. On deploy, you get to purify a unit. If one of our units gains a status, such as poison or lock, we could remove it. Let's say the opponent has a defender unit, a resilience unit. You could also remove those statuses too. And then maybe we could get some control through with Arendite. Could help out for us. Then we've got 1 Kidweni Knight. When played or summoned from the deck, boosts off by 3. So we could always leave this in deck to be played out through Amphibious Assault. And kind of what I like to do with this card is just leave it in deck for a short round 3 potential that it gives us, because it gives us a nice point slam after bleeding the opponent. So if we can AA into this at the end of the match, that's a pretty good point swing for us. Of course, we could summon it out through our scenario card as well on the bleed against the opponent. Another tech card that I have in here is Cursed Knight. Cursed Knight does have a bit of synergy as well with our deck because it is a Knight card. And on deploy, you get to transform an allied unit that is not a Cursed Knight into a Cursed Knight without changing its power. So the idea with Cursed Knight is that we can utilize this card to counter statuses that the opponent may give us. And if the opponent plays a unit on our side of the board that they have some kind of a combination to utilize with it, we can just transform it and negate that value. So let's say if you're versing a deck which plays Sove, they put a beast on your side of the board, use Cursed Knight onto it. If you're versing a Nilfgaard player, they play False Ciri onto your side of the board, transform it with Cursed Knight as well. So other than that, we're not really looking for this card. Like I said, it's just a tech. We've got double Mad Charge, boost an allied unit by 5, give it 2 armor. If it's a Knight, also give it vitality 2. We can use 1 Mad Charge round 1, and then I kind of like to save the other for when we play scenario, because it can help with our units reaching their grace ability and the infusions we'll be doing at that time. We have Vial of Forbidden Knowledge. Zeal Order, boost an allied unit by 4, give vitality 4. At the start of the game, if both players have this card in their deck, summon self to a random allied row, transform, and then you get to look at your opponent's starting deck. I'm not really sure how many people are playing this card at this time. Anyway, that will give us an extra thin. But what I like to do with Vial is, obviously, it's just a good card for its provision cost. But the best possible play we could do with it, really, is just use this to target Vandergrift late in a round when we're closing it out. And then Vandergrift will have vitality carrying over into the next round. That's a nice move. And of course, it could just help our cards reach their grace ability as well. Got double Knight Errant in this deck. Pretty good engine. At the end of your turn, boost off by 1 for each adjacent boosted unit. Damage self by 1 for each adjacent damaged unit. So like I said, we want to keep with that row stacking theme we have because of these cards and how they work. So Grace 9, give adjacent units shield. Then infuse them with, whenever this unit loses shield, boost it by 2. So it's really nice to play Knight Errant in combination with Windhelm because it provides a shield in case this card loses a shield. And of course, we could just stack this in between cards like Redanian Knight and this card. And when we're playing Scenario, this card would work really good as well. So with this unit here, I like to play this card out round 1. It gives us some nice tempo. It's a pretty strong engine. Shielded unit. At the end of your turn, if this unit has a shield, boost by 2. Grace 10, auto gain a shield again. So a few ways we can make it consistent. So as I said, play this out round 1. Gives us nice tempo and just a nice effective engine that we have on the board. We've got Lady of the Lake as a consistency card. Deploy, play an Echo card from your deck. We've got 3 Echo cards in this list, which is why Lady of the Lake plays real nice. Play Lady of the Lake round 1 into one of your Echoes. It'll just help with Arendite value. So with Lady of the Lake, as I said, we've got Arendite, Anero, and AA. So just play her into any one of those. Maiden Shield. We're looking to play this card with Scenario. In particular, in round 2 would be good. It's a shielded unit. Grace 8, we get to spawn this unit down here on the right of this card. This unit is an immunity unit. Grace 5, order, infuse an allied unit with whenever this unit receives a boost from other abilities, boost self by the same amount. So what this means really is that whatever we give an infusion to, if we then target it with Mad Charge, we target it with Leader, it's going to double those points. So that's how we want to use this. Grace 14 boosts the allied Bronwyn the Bold by 3, so then we get to use that order because Grace 5, remember? Death Wish, we end up locking this card. Vandergrift as a resilience unit. We like to play this late round 1 and try to get carryover for the entire match because Grace 12, it gains resilience again. So it's a shielded unit, and the reason why we want to play it late round 1 is because it gives us greater odds that this card can survive and not get targeted by the opponent's control. Also running Defender in this list. It is a Knight card, and why I'm having it in here is because it gives protection to our engines and protection to Scenario, so Scenario doesn't get heat waved by the opponent. We play Defender Range Throw into round 2 on the bleed, and then play Scenario subsequently after that. I've gone with Geralt Igni again for a Tall Punish option in this list. Main reason is because it helps against when you're versing Sove plays, because Sove's an immunity unit. I feel like Sove is kind of a meta card still. And also with Nilfgaard Renfrey decks, they roast stack a lot. And, you know, they play Triss Mediashar. So I think Igni can still play good in this meta. And just be aware of the deploy and initiative conditions. Make sure there's enough points on the opponent's row in order to activate Geralt so he can destroy the highest power units on a row. So I'm really thinking that it depending on when you use Igni, will kind of it's going to be determined by the opponent's list and what cards they have, right? So it could be safest to play it around 2 if we're bleeding. Over a long round 3, it's okay as well. Try to save it then. Maybe in a short round 3, it's a bit sketchy to play out. And then we've got Arendite just to balance our deck out, give it some control. Arendite makes sense in our list because with a list like this, we're not really a control list. We pretty much always want to bleed, try 2-0 the opponent, drag it into a short round 3. And that's best for Arendite. That's what makes Arendite grow in value a lot when we play that way. So it's an Echo card, meaning we get to play it twice. I suggest we play this round 2 and save it for round 3. It gives our deck a short round 3 potential. Hopefully, if we got a lot of value out of Arendite. Damage an enemy unit by 0. Boost the lowest powered allied unit by excess damage dealt. At the end of your turn, if you have more points than your opponent, increase the damage by 1, wherever this card is. So that's why we want to push really hard to get round control with our list. Make Arendite play for the best it can. A Neuromancy is an Echo card. We get to play it twice. Allows us to play any card from our deck. With a Neuromancy, we want to utilize that to target Damsel in Distress, Geralt Igni, and our higher costed cards that you see here. Because then AA can play for better value on the lower costed Northern Realms units. Damsel in Distress is our Scenario card, extremely powerful. We like to use this on the bleed, round 2, try to 2-0 the opponent with this. Progress whenever we play a Knight. When we first open up with this card, we get to summon a Bronze Knight from your deck to this row. Play it range draw and go for this unit down here. In particular, I'd recommend just start getting your engine value going. we want to target a Grace unit because Grace has got great synergy with this scenario. And then as you progress through the chapters, I'd recommend we play the Maiden Shield, first of all, to trigger it away. And then to finish, play another Grace unit. And just start getting all your points accumulating at that time. And consider utilizing your leader at that time too for a massive point swing. And then to finish, we've got Amphibious Assault. It's an Echo card, so we get to utilize this card twice. Play an Northern Realms unit from your deck with a provision cost 9 or less, boosted by 1 for each provision below the limit. Amphibious Assault could be used round 1 to pull Windhelm, Knight Errant, pretty much your engines. And then if we could save it for round 2 or you could play it out round 2 to get another Grace unit for scenario, or you could save it round 3 to play out Kedweni Knight from deck for a nice point slam, as I mentioned. So now that I've covered the list, let me explain how to execute strategy for this deck. So because we're not a control heavy list and the nature of our deck is high tempo, and because we're playing Erudite, really what we want to do is always push hard to win round 1, bleed the opponent, try to 2-0 them. If you can't 2-0 them, go into a short round 3. So cards we can play round 1 to help gain round control: Lady of the Lake, let's say drawing out Windhelm, stack your units, range draw of course, for the different synergies we have in this deck. You want to play out Redanian Knight, play Knight Errant out, play those units next to each other. We can play Centurion Knight, we can play Squire, Vandergrift, round 1, Mad Charge, Vile. Should be enough to get us round control. Into round 2, you want to place Defender down, you want to place Damsel in Distress down, and just try to 2-0 the opponent. To activate Damsel in Distress, play the Maiden Shield. Keep in mind card placement, because that has an important aspect to do with our scenario card and the boosts we're giving to units. Play all of your Grace units remaining in deck with scenario. Use leader at that time. If you can't 2-0 the opponent, take the match into a short round 3. Rely on AA into Kedweni Knight, your remaining synergies, Erudite to finish. So hope you have fun watching the following matches, and thanks a lot for your time and support. We playing with Damsel? Yes, the scenario. Yep. Absolutely. Good cards. That's good to hear, man. I'll show you what I got, mate. You're gonna regret asking.
Won't be taught. I'll show you.
Remember Sintra!
Ah, it's great to hear, Fox. I'm very happy for you. Been keeping you in my thoughts, friend. That's beautiful news.
I only want to walk away from this.
I don't have the Knight, which damages their in deck. Damage by 2. That would have been good here, actually. So it looks like it's going to be... Maybe it's this now. We can actually even mad charge that.
For king and country!
Let's hope they don't have Morkvarg. Who knows? It's kind of interesting for me because I like lurking other people's streams and I see them playing my deck. I see them versing my deck. I appreciate it, you know? It's a good feeling, man. Feels good when you know you're having an impact somewhere.
Long live eccentrics.
Could be. Could be mine. Pretty much just want to win on even and 2-0 this deck, in all honesty. They've got both Highland Warlords out.
Women, Children, elders, we spare none.
We play this as bait, so this and this sticks now.
Your spear, sir.
Okay, they're going that way. Thanks, office.
Blood for foul blood!
Yeah. Okay, but it's not. It's starting to get hard for them. This still keeps us ahead.
Axe or mace, sir.
Thank you, appreciate it. Hey, Zeros, how are you? Oh, yeah. That's what we want to see. Okay, so the reason I got Igni in our build is to counter Sove, actually. Which we may see now. That's the only reason I went for Igni. Otherwise, I'd just go like Heatwave. I still feel like Sove's a meta card. Okay, Defender. No. Yes. Yeah. Anero for Defender. Damsel in Distress. What do we want to pull out from deck? Yeah. I think it's... honestly, it feels like a fantastic hand. Yo, what's up, Mike? Thanks for your first time chat. Yeah, true Afghan. That's why I'm testing it out. I might come around to like a lot of different decks that Jotun would counter. Because I think they have more of a chance now. That's good to hear. Nice. So yeah, the idea is we go Damsel in Distress and Strat 2-0. Maybe they play Sove now. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Well done. I mean, we're still gonna do our thing. Maybe we get the Igni on the token unit. I think it's a good card. Works pretty good with Inspired Zeal Leader. Could be good in this deck too, with some kind of setup. You could play Knighthood into it. On 24? Yeah, maybe Igni.
I knows it well.
Christ, stuck in the stirrups again.
I've versed a few hand buff decks with Renfrey in them. But yeah, I haven't seen many myself either. It's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, it's got to be this way.
Lay down, my lady. I shall bring you shortly.
Those points, eh? It's crazy. Oh, no way. You know what's what I'm finding with knights, friends? The shields are really helping us against Skellige right now. I still think we get the Igni. Maybe if I just hold it. What's this on? It's on 9. Hmm.
No! No!
Play at range, Drew. Come on.
No prisoners! Lead them to the sea!
I think Igni will do it for us. Play it ranged. Right here. You can do it. Right here. Play at range, Drew. Okay. There we go. Yep. Did you guys see that? The player didn't summon Sove. I did. Just so you know. I said play it here. Didn't I say it? There we go, baby.
Of course, friend.
Oh, we got a Gwent partner. Wow. It's not you, is it, Dozen? Pella, maybe, I don't know. What if we start with this?
Down with the mirror.
Pirates Cove. Siggy, Ruben, Mastermind in that list, maybe. Yeah. Cool.
Let's give up now.
The tokens are actually nice
Confirm your
for our knights. Okay, so they're just trying to get profit by doing that, are they?
gentlemen. Mount up. Yes, you. Have you made your offering?
Inquisitor? Nice.
This positively reeks
Probably this way is better, just in case we need to infuse Windhelm
I'm never short
with a shield.
on stamina.
Nice to have you here. Thanks for your first time chat. Thanks a lot for the kind words. What a legend you are. Thank you, Kami.
Remove his cowl, then his ear.
Yeah, I kind of anticipated the poison. That's why I kept Pella. So, it should be okay.
Lost spirit devoid of name, depart now our veil of pain.
They don't want to give up the round.
Could you say? Never ask.
Oh, wow. Are we really going to lose it? They went one fist tech. Maybe, yeah, they probably got another.
Welcome back, Geralt of Rivia. Cunning play.
Yo, is this Dozen I'm versing? Where did he go? He left the chat. It might be him, man. It's probably Dozen. Dozen, are you here? uh... Appreciate it.
We tanned their black-clad hides at Sodden, we'll tan their black-clad hides again.
Yeah, I kind of like that knight card. I've just got it in here as a tech, but as you can see, looks pretty good for different circumstances. We want grace units. Yeah, it's a bit slow right now.
Lay down, my lady. I shall be with you shortly.
It's a bit slow, but I think it's right. Nice.
Premium grade won't find any better.
And Nero, it's for Arendite, yeah? Yeah, I gotta save it for Arendite. Oh! Yep. Absolutely. That's my only control really for that. And that will actually activate Grace this way, which is fantastic news for us. So we can do something like this. And now we can even target this way. I just wonder if that's risky for us to put a lot of points that way. I probably won't infuse that.
Burned corpses,
Yeah, it's gonna be Siggy. What's up, Baron? Oh, that's interesting. Uses the fee to kill it off. Nice. AA for Vandergrift. Let's go this maybe.
Long live excellence.
Oh, we can infuse this way. Because it's got vitality, we lead at that. Yeah, I like that.
The eternal fire guides. The eternal fire protects. Halt! Don't retreat! Damn it! Remove his cowl, then his ears.
Humanity will finish while you survivors walk like animals.
Yeah, I told you. I told you it was Dozen. Friends, we've got a few texts here. Nah, I'm sure we'll find you somehow, won't we? We've gone on such a winning streak. I can't remember the last time I won this many matches in a row. It's a very successful deck. Is Regis your fave? Yeah, he's really cool. He's really interesting figure. In the Witcher universe, I guess. Oh, this is a Shoop thing. One of those ones. So we target Magic Compass with this. Is that how we're going to play this out?
Be warned, my sword is mighty.
Yeah, I haven't read the books, man. But, you know, I played Witcher 3 in the expansions. He's just a really interesting figure. You know, he's chill. He's polite.
I'll bleed you out slowly and finally get you.
Feel my cura. Go on.
Appreciate it. What the hell? Oh!
We'll turn the sea red.
Well, look, guys, we got full leader out here. Friends, full leader, we're talking. Round one.
Down with the mirror.
Shoot resilience, isn't it? Oh! That is super sus, man. That is sus, eh? Oh, crap. Crap, man. Crap. Scroll the shoot. Okay. Wow, full leader though.
Little cockle perched upon a fence.
Okay, let's regroup a bit.
The righteous shall be recompensed.
Your shield, sir.
Get out of here. What? From that? Huh? Get the... Bro.
Eyes and beaks like the eyes and arrowheads.
Dude. That's freaking crazy. Taunt opponent? Or taunt?
Treacherous witch.
This match is such a fiesta, dude. It's pretty funny though, eh?
We ride into the fray!
Is that a challenge?
Long live the king!
Fighting spirit, what need ye to flee this world ever free?
That might have been a little early, because I still got the counter there.
give up now.
So, oh, nice. Got to use a leader charge, eh? We got Grace. Nah.
A coat of arms is nothing you choose. Dare not mock mine.
To fear, there is
Cintra!
nothing.
It kind of helped us by doing that.
Gia Horatio!
I guess that's revenge.
Plunge all into murk with a shrill cry. Of course, as you wish, master.
My utmost gratitude.
Nah, it's the worst option, man. Why'd you pick that?
Yalmaron's fate's coming for ya!
Okay. Oh, oh, that's why, man. That's why. Oh. Now you know why.